Government on day 3 of the shutdown will also fail as Democrats demand provisions in the bill to roll back looming cuts to health care coverage and subsidies for Americans. And they deny what Republican Senator Josh Hawley tells Fox.
They would rather deny health care to our veterans than deny health care to illegals.
President Trump has met with the director of the Office of Management and Budget, threatening to make big cutbacks to the federal workforce.
Which reportedly, according to the Washington Post, involved firing about 16,000 federal workers. There are about 750,000 who are furloughed right now. But when we start to see this happening and how long it lasts also depends on how long the shutdown itself is. There are reportedly some concerns it could bring on legal challenges, though, over regulations to federal layoffs and prohibited expenses during a shutdown like severance payments.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House, and we've just learned the Trump administration's put $2 billion in infrastructure projects on hold in Chicago, days after halting transportation projects in New York City. And also because of the shutdown, the jobs and unemployment report for September that was going to be released this hour won't be. The president is escalating its fights against drug trafficking from Venezuela, declaring to Congress it's an armed conflict with cartels.
The memo cites a September 15th strike on a ship in the Caribbean accused of trafficking drugs, claiming it could eventually, quote, kill Americans. This comes as Democrats have alleged the administration is exceeding its powers to use military force against the cartels.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz. Police in Manchester, England say the day after a terror attack at a synagogue, one of the 2 killed and one of the 3 wounded were shot by them responding.
Police shot the suspect dead, wearing an apparent explosive belt officials say was not viable. The attacker, now identified as a 35-year-old British citizen of Syrian descent. 3 suspects also arrested.
That's Greg Palcott. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
As the U.S. continues to sell weapons to NATO to be sent to Ukraine as Russia keeps waging war, Russian leader Vladimir Putin warns if American Tomahawk missiles are included, that would be a new stage of escalation. After President Trump's summit with Putin in Alaska in August failed to produce the face-to-face talks with Ukraine's leader that the president pushed for. Now, European leaders are considering something else, making the Russians mad.
Germany is leading the charge to lend Ukraine $165 billion from Russian funds seized in Europe. But at a summit in Copenhagen, Denmark, it became clear that not everyone agrees. Most of the assets are in Belgium, a country whose leader insists the legal and financial risks of such a move must be shared. The Kremlin has condemned the proposal as pure theft. The summit also heard from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who warned that Russia was stepping up its destructive actions. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising the day after the Dow and the Nasdaq hit record highs. It's a big morning for Swifties listening to new music.
Taylor Swift is ready to take center stage with the release of her highly anticipated new album, The Life of a Showgirl. The project marks her 12th studio album and comes on the heels of a blockbuster couple of years. That's all Swift breaks streaming records and packs stadiums worldwide on her Eras tour. The pop superstar first announced the album in August during a surprise appearance on Travis and Jason Kelce's New Heights podcast, calling it a celebration of performance, glamour, and survival under the spotlight. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
In the baseball playoffs, the New York Yankees shut out Boston last night to advance. The Chicago Cubs and Detroit Tigers also won to move on to the next round. On Thursday Night Football, San Francisco beat the LA Rams in overtime. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. This year's Illinois fall trout fishing season kicks off later this month. Season opens October 18th at 60 ponds, lakes, and streams throughout the state. Early fall catch and release trout fishing open at select sites Saturday. No trout may be taken from any of the stock sites until the season starts October 18. Governor is unveiling the largest infrastructure program in Illinois history. $50 billion invested over 6 years to build and repair infrastructure in the state. New program will be spread across all modes of transportation in every Illinois county. Halloween trick-or-treating hours being revealed for the city of Champaign and Urbana and Champaign County. Trick-or-treating held from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Friday, October 31st. The Champaign County Board approved specific guidelines stating Halloween trick-or-treating will be held October 31st. Now, that's regardless of the day of the week. As always, parents, be sure your kids are safe as they're trick-or-treating. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
It is October 3. Good morning, friends. ESPN 93.5. I'm Stevie J. That's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
She did a great job last night at Lifeline Connect.
Yes.
This is where we help drug-addicted men get back on their feet, and they're doing a great job there. Diane, well done. We appreciate you. We have Greg Solier, who's jumped on board this morning. I know you're excited that Taylor Swift has announced her 17th album, and you've rushed out to buy that. I know.
No, I was excited about the Cubs' victory yesterday. If you want to go that direction, that's okay.
Oh, hey, the Cubs.
Talking showgirls for a second there.
Yeah, it's her 17th album. She wrote something about her fiance,
Travis Kelce.
So happy that my Travie made it to the big game. Anyway, she's out there. You know, I'm trying to figure out what would excite me, and I guess it would have been today. The Beatles have released a new. Oh, right on, man!
There you go. Yeah,
I'm 88 years old, so that excites me.
Or the Beach Boys. Or the Beach Boys.
Yeah, I get that real music on the radio. Come on, kids.
Yes,
turn it down.
Stevie came up for the opening moments and welcomed everybody at the Lifeline Connect banquet at I Hotel yesterday, and I had the walk-up music, James Taylor.
Yeah, that was a little flat.
I know.
It's just you've got a friend.
You got a friend is a little.
Yeah, I would have had a little more beat to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, but I love James
But typically
Taylor.
you have multiple at-bats, so you'd have multiple walk-up songs.
Maybe so.
Right.
Anyway, the ninth inning, the Cubs didn't have to hit two Padres in a row to make it hairy. That was crazy.
Yeah. They just like the whole season, everything we can to mess up the bullpen.
Yep.
Well, you know what? You go up to Milwaukee, best of 5. It starts tomorrow. And, you look at Milwaukee and, they've got one really known player. Everything else is kind of like, why can't we beat these guys? And I don't know what the season series is, but I think the Cubs can beat Milwaukee, but Milwaukee does all the small things really well.
They play small ball very well. That is a defining scrappy club. They're just bits and pieces of kind of, I don't mean to, hurt anyone here, but it's just kind of just cast off ball players that they put together. So
it's working
except
pretty
for Yelich,
well.
Christian Yelich. So.
Christian Yelich is the big shooter. Wilson Contreras is good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
not Wilson. His brother William. William Contreras.
There you go.
He's very very good. So and Pat Murphy used to be a college coach. So I'm pretty convinced everybody in the Milwaukee Brewers lineup can bunt. They can advance runners. They can do all the things you're supposed to do. If a man's on second with nobody out, you got to get him to third.
Yeah.
For sure. Anyway, we'll see. Cubs at Milwaukee tomorrow. 2 games there. Come back to Wrigley. If necessary, back to Milwaukee for Game 5.
Wrigley North, as they call it.
There you go.
Wrigley North.
And good luck getting tickets. You'll have to pay big money because the Brewers have secured all those seats. Let's check
I think they took 3,500 seats out to remodel for executive offices or staffing offices at Miller Park or whatever they call it up there these days. So anyway.
Wasn't it? All right, check your weather. Brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, be sure to register for that Halloween Water Carnival happening October 18th. And Active Aging Week is coming our way. You can get all the details at urbanaparks.org.
Meteorologist Greg Solier. Summer like today, man, in Illinois, that's for sure.
Yeah, what time's the kickoff Saturday, by the way?
It is 11 a.m. in West Lafayette, Indiana. It's going to be 85 or so, isn't it?
Yeah, going to be, they'll probably kick things off somewhere in the lower 80s. later in the ball game, 87, 88 degrees. Certainly can't be ruled out there. Humidity down, but it's going to be a warm to hot one for October standards. No real organized rain whatsoever, even with a cool front approaching here for early next week. Although we have a weak, little separate system that's cut itself loose out of the southeastern states, came up through the Ohio yesterday, and we're getting a couple of radar returns around Springfield and east of St. Louis right now. We might have a stray shower in areas from Champaign southward this afternoon of no measurable consequence to dryness, drought, and or harvest. Up to 87 today, cleared off this evening, 61. Weekend forecast is summer-like at 88 tomorrow, 86 on Sunday, lots of sunshine. Then an approaching cool front has most of the moisture getting wrung out over the northern and western Corn Belt back in the plains, although we may muster up a shower late Monday. Slightly better odds on Tuesday with high temperatures into the low and mid 80s there. Then a cool off back to the realities of October. Nothing worse at 72 on Wednesday, and highs upper 60s to near 70 next Thursday and Friday. And another warm up gets going across the area for the following week. For CBJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solje.
Random thought. Last 3 gas stations I've been to don't have windshield wiper stuff to wash your windows.
It's just totally dry or?
Dry.
Okay.
What's up?
Yeah. A lot of people before you?
No, they're all dry. I go to other places. I go to the other stations.
Okay.
The other pumps, and I check, and everything's dry. What's up?
I have a bird doo-doo issue. I'd like to solve that, but...
Well, I'm just saying, I would go to the gas station with the blue, not water that's dirty for a week, the blue stuff that really cleans your windshield.
I like that stuff.
If I knew that was in the little tub there, I would go you over them.
Uh-huh.
But I'm 0 for 3 the last 3.
I see.
Get the dang wiper fluid out, baby. I pay the gas, I pay the money, I pay the man. I want to clean my windshield.
That's right. And now, back in the day, remember when they used to pump your gas and clean your windshield at the service station?
You kind of hand crank it down, say, yeah, I'll take... fill her up
exactly
with a premium,
right?
And you can do that.
I mean, that's been decades ago.
Well, no, the guys run into your car checking the oil. That's been decades ago.
Yeah,
that's too expensive now.
I know.
If you had to pay another $1 a gallon, would you? Would you do it if the white-hatted guys came out and checked?
Maybe so, especially if I'm on the way to something.
What if it was
I look nice?
What if it was a theater fundraiser and all the people came out were actors in white and they ran around, cleaned your car, checked your oil, all that?
I love that idea.
I would probably
then tip them or something.
You could tip them and it would go to your fundraiser.
That's right.
You'd have to teach them how to. Well, you don't have to do the oil, but they could know how to pump. Everybody knows how to pump the gas.
Right.
You know how to pump the gas, so you could do that. They could be whatever. Car washes, The car washes are what they did all the time at Prospect Bank.
Right.
That's they still do those.
Yes.
The high school kids have the signs and all that.
Right off Kirby and Prospect.
Maybe a gas station could say, hey, tip them. They'll come out and pump your gas and wash your windshield.
I love the idea, Stevie.
Just always thinking. All right, we got playoff baseball.
Yes,
We've
we
got
do. With the Cubs beating the Padres 3-1 yesterday. Now it'll be Milwaukee Saturday at 1 o'clock. You talked about Christian Yelich and some of the players that the Brewers have. I know my daughter Gabby, working for Kohl's Corporate up in Milwaukee, is very excited about this matchup at North Wrigley. So the game will be around 1 o'clock on Saturday. If you want to listen in, that's over on US 105.9. Jamison Taillon did good for 4 innings.
He's fine. The Cubbies are past, and now they go to Milwaukee, and we'll see what they can do beginning tomorrow. Detroit beat Cleveland. What else happened? We had the Yankees advancing as well.
Yes, beating the Boston Red Sox.
Yep.
Now they'll play Toronto tomorrow. Detroit will face Seattle, and of course we already knew the Dodgers were through, and they've got the Phillies at 5:30 tomorrow. So on we go.
Yeah, I think the Dodgers and Phillies, frankly, I think those are the two teams you don't want to play.
Mm-hmm.
I think Milwaukee is doable, but as good as they are, the best record and everything else, they still don't get the respect. We'll see if the Cubbies can advance, but I think Philadelphia and the Dodgers are the teams, and I still think the Dodgers are the team. Weak late inning bullpen could end their season, but they've got the stars, man. They got the hitters. They got the Shohei Ohtanis, the Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman up and down. They're really, really still good. Philadelphia, of course. And what's going to happen to Kyle Schwarber? He's a free agent. Wouldn't you want him?
Yes. Back to the Cubs, please.
He hits 210, but he hits 40-some homers every year.
No, he's got a big old bat.
He might hit 50 at Wrigley.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why that when they gave up on him, they did not have designated hitter. Now they do. They had to bring him back, or hero's welcome, let him hit 40 home runs a year in Wrigley. That's what I do.
That's right. Well, the 49ers beat the Rams 26-23 yesterday, setting up our Sunday NFL action with the Raiders and Colts at noon on Sunday. The Bears and Green Bay Packers have a bye week this week, so just take note. Of course, our Illini for that Cannon Rivalry Trophy with kickoff from West Lafayette against the Purdue Boilermakers tomorrow at 11. Our Illini 4-1 on the season, 1-1 in the Big Ten. So we're looking for a victory as we set up Hall of Fame week. And the game against Ohio State will be at 11 a.m. when we're back at home on October 11th. More Illini sports news. Number 7, Wisconsin took down Illinois volleyball in 3 sets. Now we're 7-5 and 2-1 in the conference, and we'll face Michigan State at Huff Hall on Sunday at 1. We've got some local high school football. I don't know if you were hearing them talk about the Unity Rockets at Coffee or not.
They play Prairie Central.
Okay.
It used to be a real big-time number of years ago. Don't know if they're as good as they were, but back in the day, they went to the playoffs and played Unity, I think. Anyway, Prairie Central, always a good program. Not sure what they got this year. Unity's got it going on.
That's right.
They're tough to beat. All right, Brett Bielema talking about his quarterback. The guy's name is Luke Altmaier. The 3-year starter for Illinois brings a lot to the table.
Wednesdays we do early down, third downs. So at that point, the reason we do it is coaches we presented, right? But I always think from a quarterback perspective, it's really not what we know, it's what they know. So we do early downs and third downs on Wednesday, and then on Fridays we do end up having the game situational football. Luke's run that one for the last 2 years, and he just, I think it's really good because he takes the whole week to kind of digest what he sees, and then he's really, I always say it's great to have a player that understands the coaching points, but he really gets it and knows how to process it even to a point that helps him understand it. I think in the other quarterbacks, I think about all the good ones I've had have 4 or 5 guys now that have played in the league, and they all see the game a little bit different, but Luke probably sees it, in my opinion, as good as any quarterback I've had.
He had Russell Wilson, remember? Mm-hmm. Brett Bielema coached Russell Wilson, and he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So he's saying Luke might be the best college guy.
Wow.
That's high praise from your football coach. Luke Altmaier also followed Drew Brees, which is not a bad comp. Drew is about the same size as Luke Altmaier.
Yeah, that's right.
And Drew Brees could throw the ball. If you're number 88, he'd throw it between the 8s. He was so accurate at passing. He was a Purdue guy and tremendous. Best quarterback probably, maybe Bob Greasy. That was a long time ago. But Drew Brees, one of the greatest, and I loved watching him in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Luke Altmaier, number 9. Where's number 9? Because of Drew Brees. Anyway, they play tomorrow, 11 a.m. Go Illini. We're 9.5-point favorites last I checked. And I just one of those, come on, just go. Let's go. We had fun last week. Let's have another week. Good fun. Let's go. Put the helmet on. Strap it up.
Come on.
Don't forget your Boilermakers. Don't forget your mouthpiece. Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. Here we go. 11 a.m. tomorrow. Let's go, Illini. Weather this morning brought to you by Carl.
Working every day to improve health of community members across the region. If you'd like to contribute as a team member, you can pursue that at carl.org/careers.
Yes, Swifties Pick Apart Easter Eggs, a new album.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Here we go with the Showgirls are ready to drop.
Taylor Swift's new album. All right, Fox Business coming up.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, and Benton vicinity. This late summer warmth continues on. Some cooling back to more seasonal levels expected. Nothing worse. Second part of next week. And then another warm up heading towards the mid stretch of the month of October. So the warmer, drier trend continues on with little, if any, organized moisture. A couple of showers due in early next week. No significant drought relief whatsoever. Could spark a stray shower with the system into the Ohio Valley from Champaign and northward this afternoon. Apart from that, sunshine, very warm, hot for October at 87. Bit of a south wind down tonight to 61. Tomorrow, hot weather continues on. Kickoff temperatures into the 80s, 88 later in the ball game here or there on a south breeze. We'll bottom out near 60 tomorrow night. Sunshine and warm for the day on Sunday at 86. A Monday high of 84. Late Monday to Tuesday, a couple of widely scattered showers. Tuesday high around 80. 72 for the day on Wednesday, and then upper 60s to near 70 next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm just Greg Solier.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes. or perhaps a second home away from it all? Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Brent crude, the global benchmark for oil, moved close to $65 a barrel today as traders look at the possible impact of the overnight fire at a Chevron refinery in El Segundo, California, in the Los Angeles area. Prior to today, oil prices were under pressure, with speculation that OPEC Plus will raise output when it meets on Sunday. The government shutdown is in a third day, though stock futures are higher, and the major averages closed at records yesterday. The monthly employment report has been delayed because of the shutdown. Global food prices eased slightly last month. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization says lower prices for sugar and dairy contributed, though meat prices rose to a new record and are up more than 6.5% from a year ago. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
I'm Benjamin Hall, Fox News senior correspondent and New York Times best-selling author, and I'm searching for heroes. Every Monday, I'll speak with a few silent but noteworthy heroes, everyday people who illuminate stories of compassion and are true embodiments of heroism. Make sure you subscribe to my podcast, Searching for Heroes with Benjamin Hall, wherever you download podcasts, and please leave a rating and a review.
All right, ESPN 93.5, Brother Johnny's coming up at the bottom of the hour. We'll talk to Johnny about things. Also, Reese Hogan's going to jump in. She's been involved in Turning Point USA.
It's true.
Here at the University of Illinois.
And they had a meeting yesterday. They've seen a surgence on their, enrollment or whatever, their membership. And, really, Turning Point USA all around the nation is gaining more members.
No, there's no question about it. There's lots of attention on all of this happening, and it's exciting. It really, really is. I think the country, I've said it for years, I think the country needs a good old-fashioned revival.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, the pastors had a luncheon at Vineyard Church yesterday. We're part of that with Christian FM 95.3, and the Lemons, who were instrumental in organizing that back in the day, talked about this Saturday, October 4th, from noon to 1, all 102 counties in Illinois will agree together in prayer, and they'll go to the county courthouse and pray together. Noon to 1 tomorrow in downtown Urbana at our Champaign County Courthouse. Please pray for our nation.
Yeah, we need that. That's a good thing. Tomorrow at noon at the courthouse. All right, they caught up with Brad Underwood yesterday. It was kind of a media day. His name is Andrei Stojkovic. He's the guy that's going to be the man for Illinois, but he hasn't played for a month. He has a hurt knee.
Oh.
Kyle Tosk with Illini Inquirer asked him how it was going.
Well, just how you feeling with the knee, and how soon do you hope that you can get back on the floor?
The staff and I have been working tirelessly to create a game plan day to day, and just moving week by week. There's no official timeline, but I'm very happy with the progress we've made so far, and just looking forward to get back on the court.
I'd first like to touch on Andre. He hasn't practiced yet. He's been out for close to a month now. As we approach, he's getting and progressing quite nicely. We'll see how some results come back early next week. But doing everything he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. How can I say this? We need him.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy. He's the centerpiece of this offense.
Okay.
He's going to score me 15, 20 points a game, and he's going to do a lot of other things, rebound. And
okay.
He's an NBA player in the future.
That's right.
So
his dad played back in the day.
Yeah, he did. So here's hoping. What was his dad's name? Pia?
That sounds right.
Pia Stojkovic.
Because there was a relative or something in healthcare that
We're going to have Pia. Yeah, she was named, Pia.
Right.
Anyway, so he'll be walking around campus. Lon Kruger's going to probably be walking around campus because his son's here now.
His son is helping as a coach.
Yeah, I remember Kevin was at Centennial High School
That's right.
back in the day, and Lon was head coach here. It was the late 90s. Wow.
Boy,
Lon
how
Kruger
time
was here.
flies.
He followed Lou Henson And he was here for what, 3 years, 4 years?
Right.
Anyway, and they won the Big Ten championship one year. Amazing. I remember it quite well. Okay, it's 7:25 in Champaign-Urbana. It is Friday. It is October 3. I'm seeing in a week from now, we're going to see some numbers that begin with 7. But it's a very mild start to our October.
Actually, keep that in mind when we're going to Pia's and that back patio.
Yeah, that's going to be okay.
I think that's a high 73 on Thursday, October 9th.
There's a really it's hard to imagine. I see rain on my windshield for about 2 seconds today. I'm going, what is that? It's what? Anyway, might rain next week a little.
We did have wet pavement right around Unity High School on my way coming in. It just made the parking lot shine and no real puddles to speak of, but it was something still. Ugh. Yeah. More Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Life of a Showgirl being released. I think this is her 12th studio album.
I kind of calculated that if she had, I don't know what ticket prices are, let's say the $200, which I think they're a lot more to go to a Taylor Swift concert. Mm-hmm. I calculated with 10 million people, that'd be $2 billion is what they grossed. $2 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And a billion is a lot. For you to start counting, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to tell you how long it'd take you to get to a billion. It's going to be a while. Wasn't it like a billion minutes ago Christ walked the earth?
Is that right?
Something like that. It's crazy. Like a billion seconds ago, we just finished World War II. A billion's big. So when you get 2 billion, probably more like 5 billion in ticket sales, yeah, you got it going on. But there are a lot of people, 100 million people, they think have bought this already. Yes, 100 million people.
She's surpassed a lot of records, and I know she's number one in albums and sold, and I feel like it's 100 million, but I don't know whether that's downloads then.
I don't know.
A lot more.
A lot
downloads,
more. Do you know how many? There are over 8 billion people on this earth right now. 8 billion. 8 billion people on this earth. You know how many people were on this earth 2,000 years ago in the day of Jesus? How many people lived on earth? Any idea? Anything at all? 8 billion now.
8 billion now.
That's unbelievable. Wow. There were more people living in what is now known as the United States than there were in the whole world. There's like 200 or 300 million people, all that lived in the world at that time. You know what the average age that they lived to? Like 30.
Wow.
Because babies died early. We didn't have health care. Kids didn't make it. If they made it past 5, they're probably going to get to their teens.
I mean,
and if you make it past 35 back in the day, you might have lived to 50.
Right. And you think of all the disease and medicine.
No, everything, yeah. So
it says Taylor Swift has achieved 105 million units in album sales in the United States, with 54 million pure album sales and 60 billion streams as of September 2025.
And most popular and famous woman in the world. There's no question.
I would say so.
It'd be Donald Trump as the man. And as far as well-known, recognizable, Taylor Swift has to be the most recognized woman in the world right now.
Swifties are so excited. And I don't think she's locked in on a date with Travis, right?
No, I have not been invited, have not been briefed on that.
We wanted to help her with the event planning side of that.
Sure, we'll help her. I'll be happy to do that for her.
Okay.
I charge, but yeah, I can help. All right, Johnny's coming up, 7:29.
Join Salt and Light Thursday, October 23rd for our first annual Masquerade Ball. This year's theme is Cirque du Soleil and has everything from fire performers and aerialists to stilt walkers and contortionists, live music, and so much more. For one magical night, we'll stand together to change lives and transform our community with great food and drinks, music, whimsical entertainment, and a live and silent auction. Visit www.saltandlightministry.org and click the Masquerade tab for all the info.
Sarah Champagne's been Quattrone on keeping his employees.
It's got to be the place to work. We have to pay the best. We have to treat people the best. Some of the guys wanted to order pizza the other day. Well, we bought 30 Papa Del's pizzas. BMW had the best month they've ever had. They said, can we have a cookout? Saturday, I cooked like 50 ribeye steaks. And they were expecting like cheeseburgers, burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Like, if I'm eating steak, you're eating steak. We both eat steak, we both eat hamburger.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out game against Ohio State. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football against Ohio State with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Just like a great football coach, he comes up with a game plan. He plans on doing the right thing at the right time. Winter is a great time to make home improvements such as new siding, windows, gutters, garage doors, and even phantom screens. So don't get uptight, relax, and enjoy the game. Just don't drop the ball. Call Dillman Brothers and score big. 217-344-8290. You can also contact us by email on our website, DILLMANbrothers.com. Get your exterior in shape. No rookies, only pros at Dillman Brothers.
I'm Gianna Gelosi. The government shutdown moves into a third day with a potential vote to end the standoff today. President Trump warning on Truth Social of federal funding cuts and layoffs, calling Budget Director Russ Vought the Reaper.
Yesterday, President Trump met with OMB Director Russell Vought to go over these layoff plans, which reportedly, according to the Washington Post, involve firing about 16,000 federal workers.
That's Fox's Jackie Heinrich. Manchester police revealing the suspect who killed 2 people and seriously injured 4 others outside a UK synagogue was shot and killed by police on the scene and had what appeared to be an explosive device on his body.
A man rammed a car into worshipers outside, then got out and stabbed more with a knife. He tried to get inside the synagogue, but the door was barricaded.
That's Fox's Greg Palcott. It's now being investigated as a terror incident. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. The governor is unveiling the largest infrastructure program in Illinois history. $50 billion invested over 6 years to build and repair infrastructure in the state. New program will be spread across all modes of transportation in every Illinois county. Illinois families encouraged to apply for utility assistance. Eligible families can receive bill assistance for natural gas, propane, and electricity through the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. Lehigh provides one-time payments directly to energy service providers on behalf of recipients. Reminder, Halloween trick-or-treating hours being revealed for the city of Champaign and Urbana and Champaign County. Trick-or-treating will be held from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Friday, October 31st. The Champaign County Board approved specific guidelines stating Halloween trick-or-treating will be held on October 31st. Now, that's regardless of the day of the week. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
We check our weather, brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your premier provider for home improvements. And if you're interested in a superior exterior, boy, they've got some really neat improvements on your look. Consider visiting KramerSiding.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. For Central Illinois, Champaign, and Benton vicinity. This late summer warmth continues on. Some cooling back to more seasonal levels expected. Nothing worse. Second part of next week. And then another warm up heading towards the mid stretch of the month of October. So the warmer, drier trend continues on with little, if any, organized moisture. A couple of showers due in early next week. No significant drought relief whatsoever. Could spark a stray shower with the system into the Ohio Valley from Champaign and northward this afternoon. Apart from that, sunshine, very warm, hot for October at 87. Bit of a south wind down tonight to 61. Tomorrow, hot weather continues on. Kickoff temperatures into the 80s, 88 later in the ball game here or there on a south breeze. We'll bottom out near 60 tomorrow night. Sunshine and warm for the day on Sunday at 86. A Monday high of 84. Late Monday to Tuesday, a couple of widely scattered showers. Tuesday high around 80. 72 for the day on Wednesday, and then upper 60s to near 70 next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. A new front door can instantly upgrade the look of your home and make it more energy efficient. The Kramer Siding and Window team can also install French doors to your deck or patio, welcoming the outside in, or storm doors for an extra layer of protection against the elements. The estimate is free, financing is available, and the business is local. Schedule your beautiful new door today and save 25%. Call us, click on KramerSiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
It is Friday. It is October 3. It is 2025. Why did I look at the screen for the year? That hurts.
It's 2025. We only have a couple more months left.
Johnny said he's going to come up and go to Clark Lindsay and see if they have a bed for me.
Well, we need a double. I mean, it's got to be two twins.
Yeah, I told her, everybody's so fired up. Reese Hogan has jumped in.
Yes.
She's
Good
awesome.
morning.
Huge talent.
Good morning.
Are you excited about Taylor Swift?
I will say,
That's the name of the album?
Life of a Showgirl drops today.
And it's like 100 million people are fired
that's
up.
crazy. I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan.
Okay.
But that is crazy.
I'm just trying to figure out, Johnny, I guess if we'd have heard that the Beatles have just released, I'd be fired up. But that's like 1905. I mean, I'm so old. It's crazy.
No, we were always fired up when things like the White Album or Abbey Road came out.
Yeah, Abbey Road was great.
Sgt. Pepper's.
Oh, yeah. That's real music, kids. That's real music. That's what I'm talking. Turn it down. Anyway, Johnny's joined us from New Orleans. Great to have Reese Hogan as part of Turning Point USA here at the University of Illinois.
Yes, sir.
And they had 10, 15, 20 people, college Republicans at the U of I, 10, 15. How many at your meeting last night?
Last night we had 70 plus people.
How about that?
Standing
at Lincoln
room
Hall.
only.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
People were standing the whole time. Some were sitting. It was amazing. Our president of Turning Point, he underestimated that maybe not as many people would show up because mainly at Turning Point, maybe 20 to 30 people would show up. A line of Republicans, maybe like 5 to 10, including myself.
Yeah.
So,
well, I just think it's interesting how you have to wear ski masks to not be identified as a Republican on campus, right? It's fascinating.
And there was a boy in our group, he was wearing the 47 hat all the way down Green Street.
Ooh, how'd that go?
He got some looks, but he made it.
Nobody attacked him.
No
or,
one attacked him.
No spitting on him or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
That's nuts. Okay, so you had the meeting. How is it? Is this one of those? I'm hoping for the biggest Jesus revival we've ever had here since Billy Graham. I think we need that. Do you think this fades at all, or can we keep this momentum with this horrific event for Charlie Clerk? It's just unbelievable what happened to Charlie Clerk.
Oh, it's so sad.
It bothers me greatly.
Yes, I know. Me as well. But I think we will continue to grow and get stronger. I mean, just 70 people last night plus, that really just shows it. A lot of people want to be out there. Jeff Wilson, who's running for office, for Congress, he was there last night. And so is his campaign team. So it was great to have us all together. And I don't know, I'm really excited for this. Really excited for us all coming together.
Johnny, what do you think happens at Turning Point?
I think it'll grow and stay strong, and it's going to be a little different because it's going to be spread out. You might pick up some really strong individual leaders. Of course, Charlie was just the face of Turning Point, but it's stronger when it's spread out like that in some ways. So I know at LSU they had a pretty large vigil. In fact, the Speaker of the House went because his daughter's involved in it at LSU, and he was telling me it went really well. And I think it's a very good movement in terms of let's talk. And then, of course, the Christian, you've got to look to Jesus is really the biggest plus to me. But it's definitely a combination, and it helps people take another look at how they're going to live their life. Because, Reese, you've got a ways to go. And it's good to be on the right track.
Yes.
Well, and yet still, are you still hesitant at the University of Illinois campus to espouse your views?
No, I mean, they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
But are you hesitant? And because now you're in grad school, were you hesitant in undergrad of the professor leaning on a grade? If you know.
Yes.
You have to play the game
You
if
have
you're going
to.
to be in the game.
You have to. I would say in my sophomore year, I was.
Yeah.
And then into my junior year, that's when I joined the clubs. So I'm not afraid anymore, and I will speak my mind in a respectful way. I'm not just gonna go out and say whatever to anyone for no reason.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna hide away if someone asks me a question.
Yeah, that's good. It's good.
You know, I think that the consideration of pushback does help because you're going to say what you want to say, but you do take a little more time to consider how to say it because you really don't want a fist fight. So you do review, well, how will this person react? I want to get the message to it. So it's a more civilized approach, and then it makes the other side more civilized. That's the theory.
But if you disagree, Johnny, you're a hater, a bigot, a homophobe, a racist, and all the words, and that's what they're saying about Charlie Kirk. And if you go look at all the videos, it's simply not true.
Yeah, no.
But they call him that because he pushed back on their things that you have to accept. In this day and age, the biggest change I've seen is not only do you have to be okay with what I do, you have to be an endorser of what I do.
Right.
And it's just nuts.
Well, don't forget, the main reason they say that is they don't have any answers. They don't have an idea.
Right.
So when you say, you really shouldn't do this because this will happen, oh, you hate her.
Yeah,
they don't say, we can do this or that. And then they scream, other things, and you forgot the question, and so nothing happens. And so it's another way of getting your way. But mostly it's just changing the subject because they don't have another view. And so another view that makes any sense and that they can defend. So they just have to do that. Yeah. And we see it's constant, Reese. They have no other options. We still see it with people just knee-jerking into, racist, that kind of inane response. So, no, that's just, we got to live with them. But I just don't want them to run anything.
Right, that's right. All right, it's Brother Johnny. Reese Hogan is here. That's Diane. I'm
morning.
Stevie J. Mike Johnson, your buddy, the Speaker of the House in Louisiana. We're in day 3 of the shutdown of the federal government.
Now, why are we saying that they want to return and restore taxpayer-funded benefits to illegal aliens? Because that's exactly what they did. When they rejected the clean CR that we sent over, the Senate Democrats, Chuck Schumer, filed a counter-proposal. Now, what was in that counter-proposal? You can see it for yourselves. In fact, if you're watching at home, go to my website right now, speaker.gov. Go to the press releases tab, and you'll see it. It's listed right there. Just click on it. I'd like you to turn in your hymnals to page 57, okay? Section 2141. It is there in black letter. They filed this. This is not a talking point. This is what they proposed.
And they want to eliminate essentially the section of the big, beautiful bill that will allow the illegal immigrants to get health care for a talking point. And it's like they're not going to give in. The Republicans aren't giving them that. So, Johnny, what's their play? What are they going to do?
And that's the one that's a good one to make the point on, I think, because none of us get free health care. It's for any American. I mean, my free health care costs quite a bit.
Right.
Well, Medicare is like $500 a month. But the truth is that there's $1.5 trillion in, after all this Doge, in added expenses, and it's not even a serious offer. It's just I don't know the political strategy because I don't believe it's working, and it's certainly not fair to open up Medicaid to the people who, it's not just the illegal aliens either, it's people who really weren't eligible for Medicaid. And that is, those lists are made by the state, and the federal government funds it. So it goes around through a certain way, and it ultimately comes from the taxpayer. But there's a lot of other things in there that we wouldn't vote for, and that's why they put them in.
We're eliminating people that shouldn't get this, and so it's fraudulent.
That's just one part of it. It's all the things that the big beautiful bill addressed, and then some. And it are many of the things that the Democrats can't get through Congress, so they just write it down and say, "We'll shut the government down unless you just give it to us."
Yeah, right.
Well, that's like John Fetterman, the Democrat from Pennsylvania, the senator, said it's not right to hold the government hostage because it hurts innocent people, and I'll never vote to shut down the government to get our way. That's the Democrat speaking, and 2 other ones went along with him, but we need 5 more.
Why is John Fetterman a Democrat?
He said he just doesn't want to switch. I don't think somebody asked him, "Are you going to switch?" He goes, "No, I'm just going to be an independent vote."
Well, then he's the replacement for Joe Manchin from West Virginia, I guess. So that's fine.
No, he's from Pennsylvania.
But he's the replacement for the attitude.
Right, I got you.
Yeah, Joe Manchin did a lot of good things during Biden. I thought we were going to stuff the Supreme Court. He kind of blocked that, and all the, the things that they're trying to kick out. Manchin stood in the way with Kyrsten Sinema from
there were
Arizona.
$3.2 trillion bill that he
he did.
neither one of them voted for and stopped, but it still was 1.6 trillion.
Yeah, right.
But he did save 1.6 trillion, which is good. And I think that's and they want to just add something that's very difficult to actually get through the way we've agreed to do that. So they just want to have this radical approach, and then there's a theory that Schumer just wants to appease the radicals who may throw him out of office with an AOC bid.
Yeah, are you guys on campus familiar with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Anybody talking about that woman? Congress AOC. She's a massive leftist.
Yes.
And by the way, it looks like the Republicans are not Donald Trump. Donald Trump doesn't think, what's his name? Curtis Sliwa from New York has a chance to beat Mondami.
Right.
Everybody's trying to coalesce around Andrew Cuomo. When he looks like the bright star, you know what you got with Zevron Mondami, the socialist.
No doubt.
But yet Newt Gingrich thinks Mondami will win, meaning $119 billion budget goes to a guy that's been on like a city council board, hasn't done squat politically like that. He might be a socialist mayor, the largest #1 city in America.
Yeah, that's...
We're going to have government grocery stores, Johnny? That'll work.
Yeah. Well, the problem with most of his policies is that sooner or later he's going to run out of other people's money.
Right.
And that's
But have you heard him speak at all? I mean,
no, he's very good. He should be. He should be in entertainment. What do you think, Reese?
I mean, he was a rapper.
Well, he was a rapper, but if you ask me any hard question, I'll just give me anything, Johnny. I'll be Mondami. I'll tell you what he'd say. Go ahead, say anything.
Well, now you caught me on the spot. Can you think of something, Reese? I don't know what to ask you.
All right, so let's just say, what do you think about the cost it's going to? I believe in human rights. I believe in human dignity.
Okay.
I believe in people.
So the recorded response.
It's just all about
Yes.
Okay, I've got one, Mambani. Mambani, why are you releasing the criminals back on the streets because they're hurting people?
We believe in human dignity. We believe in the people and the rehabilitation. Our studies show that they are rehab. They're coming back, and different people become our system. We have an implementation. We just believe in humans and people, and we love them.
Okay,
You like that response.
That's it.
Reese, I'm going to get in your group a separate group to make sure we stop Stevie J from running.
I feel your pain.
Oh, brother.
Isn't she sweet? She's so sweet.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, we've got, George Will said that he thinks it's great that Mondami's going to win because it'll show how failed socialism is, but do the people of New York have to suffer? And if they're going to freeze rent, Johnny, how many people are going to need to dump those apartments? I mean, you can't freeze rent. You can't do stuff like that. You can't make it. It's crazy.
It's going to be. I hope he doesn't win because I don't think we need that kind of a demonstration. We've got enough problems across the country from the policies that they're doing without even being communist. And so I hope that New York doesn't have to go through that because it's just a waste of time and people get hurt. So, like you say, that I think there'll be one crisis after another, whether it's law enforcement or economic, living space. It's already hard enough to live in New York City.
Kind of the creep of free speech, which kind of goes with socialism, Marxism, communism. Here's Jonathan Turley. Johnny, I like Jonathan Turley.
Yeah.
He actually went to college with our second cousin, Bob Prusader. So Bob knows him. Anyway, Jonathan Turley about what's happening in Europe.
Governor Pritzker did it again.
That's going to come later. This is Jonathan Turley. I got a Chapin Rose you got to hear. I mean, Chapin in a tie blasting Governor Pritzker's this new budget is off the charts. But here's Jonathan Turley.
Free speech is in a free fall in Europe. There are two anti-free speech movements that have coalesced. One is in Europe, where it has laid waste to free speech. Germany, France, England. Free speech has been eviscerated. And also places like Canada. The U.S. anti-free speech movement began in higher education, then metastasized throughout the government. But this has all reached our shores now. The Berlin World Forum followed the remarks of Vice President Vance on free speech, and the EU was red hot. They gathered in Berlin, and it was the most anti-free speech gathering I've ever been part of. There's only two of us from the free speech community. And they are committed. And, Hillary Clinton was there, and she really fueled the anger. I mean, when Twitter was purchased by Elon Musk, she called on the EU to use the infamous Digital Services Act, which is one of the most anti-free speech pieces of legislation in decades. And she called upon the EU to use the DSA to force the censorship of American citizens, force people
it's
like
all scary, very scary, Johnny. I mean,
that's how the totalitarian regime evolves, because you can't hear someone calling them liars and then saying, because this is what really happened. It's going to be harder and harder, because now you can show videos of what you're talking about that never existed. You can show literal videos of people saying things they never said, and it wasn't them.
No,
It was
Johnny,
all digital.
my show content is go to X, because now nothing is banned, and I'm able to hear what actually, Chuck Schumer said in 1996. It's out there, and you're going,
But
wait a
what
minute.
I'm saying is the videos these days aren't real. They can start making them up.
Deep
And so
fakes.
we
Yeah.
have to be. We are going to take more and more discernment. It's going to be more and more difficult, because the people we're talking about who want to shut up the truth won't stop at anything.
I see.
They'll do absolutely anything.
Well-
And generally, the people who are telling the truth won't do those things. So you're operating at a little bit of a disadvantage there. But the truth doesn't need as much either, because it just rings truth. So you have that advantage, and that's what God gives us, the truth. But you have to find it, and you have to work at it.
You have to work at it more than ever now. I'm seeing these little clips of, these guys, very popular people, saying things they didn't say. They're kind of funny, kind of make me laugh, but it is dangerous. You can't have President Xi say something bad about us and making people all fired up about China and all these other things, and then they run off and tell. He didn't say it, that kind of thing.
Hey, Reese, did you see the video of this new star that was all digital? The girl doesn't exist.
No.
It's like
I haven't seen that.
It's a virtual star, and did you see that, Diane?
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
Crazy.
I haven't either.
Well, it was just on this week and they were showing this beautiful actress, and it's not like the old days of the
Tilly
of the
Norwood.
Tilly Norwood, and she's a fake.
Mm-hmm.
It's an AI.
She's not. She's like Popeye, only
What?
she looks a lot better.
Made from artificial intelligence.
Well, I mean, does she look like a human?
Yes, she's beautiful.
Interesting. And and she looks real. I just pulled up a picture of her.
Why can't we make movies with Tilly?
Well,
They can't.
Well, that's
the
why
whole
people
point.
are a little worried about all of this.
Well,
Clooney's out, Steve. Actually, what they're saying is the stars can just sell their image, and they don't have to work.
Man,
that's crazy.
that is crazy.
Well, I mean, we're hearing it in radio. We have a lot of
Right?
AI sound in radio now, and these voice actors that are wonderful aren't getting the jobs anymore because you can get AI for next to nothing.
Right?
It is a different time. Johnny, I was looking up, life expectancy kind of randomly, and 2,000 years ago we had about 200 to 300 million people on Earth. That's it, and we have 8 billion now. We have 350 in America, and the life expectancies was 25 to 30.
Years old?
Yep. That was the average because so many
What?
kids died. We had no medicine,
my
no
gosh,
anything.
that's right.
When was that, Steve? When was the last-
2,000 years ago.
Oh yeah, no, right.
Yeah,
It was short. It was
soldiers
short for
died.
quite a
And
while.
the average was crazy. And then if you made 35, you had a chance to make 50 to 60 if you could make 35. But it's just the evolution. But we had the population stay steady until about 1800. And then 1890, Industrial Revolution, we've exploded from whatever it was steady for 1900 years to 8 billion people because of all the stuff.
Yeah.
It is, what a time we live in. The odds of us being in a castle were way better than us being here now. I mean, some sort of remote hut somewhere in the world where we had to hunt for food. I mean, it's just you're going, why did I live here? Why now? And it's like...
No, it's a different time. And
Much different.
Just in our lives, Reese, I think we were probably about half the population, maybe 180 to 200 million when I was
Wow.
born, and now that's doubled.
No.
But I'm sure glad one of those is Reese, though.
That's right.
Yes.
No, we
Thank
we think Reese is huge, big time. The whole family's a patriot. Her dad should have been general.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's
right.
the best.
But he made
Papa.
one layer under General Steve Leon.
Poppy, yep.
And it was the War College, and that's probably liberal. So anyway.
And an exciting weekend coming up. I know you went to the high school of St. Thomas More at the latter chapter of your high school
I
career, but
did.
it's a homecoming weekend.
Yep, my little brother Riley Hogan, he'll be going to homecoming senior year.
Wow.
So really
Okay.
exciting for him.
Getting some pictures.
And actually, so I was actually going to say this about Turning Point. A couple of the high schools in town are trying to start up chapters
Really?
as well. So my little brother, he's working on starting up a chapter. He's the president of STM anyway, so he's working on that right now. And
That's so
then
awesome.
Centennial High School, they're working on starting up a chapter. So if anyone's listening and their child is in a high school around here, they want to get involved in Turning Point, I highly encourage them to do it because it is possible.
Right. It's essentially an online search away, right?
It's a search away. You just need to get a field rep from Turning Point in the Central Illinois area, and then
And they're there.
and
Field
they're
reps are
yeah.
here. Okay.
And
And the school would allow it, right?
the school would allow it, but the key thing is you have to have a staff member who's actually like a part of the staff in the school to sponsor your
I see.
club.
All right.
Okay. And if you don't have that, you can't start
That
it,
might
so
be
you
the
need
biggest
that.
challenge of all.
That is.
Well, there's usually somebody, but that's pretty true in most clubs, isn't it, Reese? You have to have a sponsor.
You have to have a
on.
sponsor. Yes.
I was seeing how it's grown by 62,000, the latest statistics, and that was only 10 days after the September 10th assassination of Charlie Kirk. So.
It's grown a lot. And also, it's so exciting to hear that, there's, sad circumstances, but they are still continuing the fall 2025 tour.
Yeah.
I believe Megyn Kelly was just in
Yeah, she
Virginia
was.
Tech.
She was
and then
very good. Yeah, very
Michael
good.
Knowles, Minnesota, I believe.
Okay. All right.
And then someone, I need to find out exactly who, but they were just in Utah State.
Yes. Yeah, I heard
I know that they
too.
were doing
Yeah.
bomb sweeps and
Yeah, I know.
checking everything, but
Hey, when's your next meeting? When's your next Turning Point meeting? Is it a month away? Do you do it every quarter? How often do you meet?
last year we would do it every week.
Okay.
But now I don't know when our next meeting is.
Well,
It might be monthly now.
Let me know because Senator Chapin Rose has just texted me saying he would like to buy your meeting pizzas next time.
Yeah, wow, that's so awesome.
Yeah. Chapin, thank you.
Okay, I'll have to I'll get in contact with him.
Yeah. That'd be great.
And I know
Reese.
the people at Jets Pizza, so we can coordinate
Jets
all of that.
Yes.
Boom.
Oh, that's perfect.
There we go. Reese Hogan, thanks for dropping in.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Reese Hogan,
Great
superstar.
talking to you, Reese.
Good talking to you too,
University
Johnny.
of Illinois, maybe the number one student on campus. Diane, thank you. We'll
All
be right
right.
back. The
Have a
next
good
hour.
weekend.
Next hour is we got another hour, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
It's
All right.
Wait a minute.
Good luck with that,
It's 8:57 in Manhattan, right?
7:57
Oh,
for
in
us.
Champaign. That's
Yes.
right. News is next.
Actually, I called a provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has strived to provide high-quality care with a personal touch. To continue our mission of We Listen, We Care, we are seeking engaged team members who are focused on improving patient lives, adding value, and increasing capacity to better serve our growing community. Christie Clinic offers competitive pay, great benefits, and advancement opportunities. Come join our team. Visit ChristieClinic.com to view open positions and apply.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Day off the job for about 750,000 federal workers. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, and the Senate plans in their vote today to provide funding to reopen the government, but Democrats are expected to block it again, demanding provisions to roll back looming reductions in health care subsidies. And Senator Chris Coons tells Fox,
"We are not fighting for health care for people who are here illegally. That's not true. We are fighting for health care for Americans."
But Republican Senate Leader John Thune accuses Democrats of
hardball politics driven by the demands far-left groups are making for Democrat Party leaders to put on a show of their opposition to President Trump.
Now, the president is considering permanently laying off thousands of those furloughed federal workers. Writing on Truth Social, Democrats have given him an unprecedented opportunity. The shutdown is also keeping us more in the dark on the economy, so we won't get updates on things like inflation and the job market. The report on September's hiring and unemployment was not released this morning as had been planned. It is sentencing day for Sean Diddy Combs in federal court in New York City on 2 prostitution-related convictions from the hip-hop singer and producer's sex scandal. He has sent a letter to the judge who's considering the prosecution push for 11 years in prison.
With Combs offering an apology for, quote, hurt and pain he said he caused others. He also referred to the video of him assaulting ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura as images that play over and over in his mind. Combs called that and other instances of domestic violence a heavy burden he must carry. As for his sentencing, Combs asked for mercy for his and his children's sake.
Fox's Gernal Scott. It is a much different morning for another star singer.
And she said to me, hey.
Taylor Swift's Life of a Showgirl came out at midnight, so millions of her fans are streaming it or buying it in stores. It is Taylor Swift's 12th studio album. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
More than a week after a man opened fire from a rooftop at a Dallas, Texas immigration enforcement facility, killing 2 detainees, but not ICE agents he apparently targeted, Apple is taking action, removing an app the gunman who killed himself is said to have used.
The DOJ's been calling on Apple to get rid of ICE Block, saying the tracking app was putting law enforcement officers at risk. They said the tool allows users to anonymously report the presence of ICE agents and helps shield illegal immigrants. Apple said in a statement it removed ICE Block and other apps like it, saying they were concerned about safety risks. But the man who created the app, Joshua Aaron, said he was incredibly disappointed by Apple's actions, adding capitulating to an authoritarian regime is never the right move. Jill Nato, Fox News.
Now the case against a very high-profile immigrant in Iowa who's not only facing deportation, he's facing criminal charges.
Former Des Moines Public Schools Superintendent Ian Roberts is a citizen of Guyana who has been in the U.S. on a student visa since 1999. It expired in March 2024, and last Friday he was detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement officials who cited a removal order. A criminal complaint filed in U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Iowa says Roberts was found in possession of 4 firearms when he was detained by ICE. Officials say he also had $3,000 in cash and a fixed-blade hunting knife upon his arrest. Roberts, who became the Des Moines superintendent in July of 2023, resigned on Tuesday, one day after he was placed on unpaid leave by the school district. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising before the opening bell. And the baseball playoffs.
This one is popped up. McMahon. And the Yankees have completed step one.
The final out on ESPN. New York shut out Boston 4-0 to advance to the next round. The Detroit Tigers and Chicago Cubs also advanced. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent, Michael Rumsey, put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Here's a look at local news. Halloween trick-or-treating hours being revealed for the city of Champaign and Urbana and Champaign County. Trick-or-treating held from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Friday, October 31st. The Champaign County Board approved specific guidelines stating Halloween trick-or-treating will be held October 31st. Now, that's regardless of the day of the week. As always, parents, be sure your kids are safe as they're trick-or-treating. This year's Illinois fall trout fishing season kicks off later this month. Season opens October 18th at 60 ponds, lakes, and streams throughout the state. Early fall catch and release trout fishing open at select sites Saturday. No trout may be taken from any of the stock sites until the season starts October 18. Governor is unveiling the largest infrastructure program in Illinois history. $50 billion invested over 6 years to build and repair infrastructure in the state. New program will be spread across all modes of transportation in every Illinois county. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jill Miller.
It was Habitat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Habitat for Humanity celebrating their third
anniversary
at the new location.
Champaign County Restore. So open from 10 to 4 tomorrow. And you can play this Plinko game for your chance to win up to 75% off some of the donated items. Every $5 of each item you purchase goes to Habitat for Humanity, and the rest is for upkeep of the stores. But essentially 30% off donated items. Again, the third anniversary of Champaign County Restore as you stop by 1914 Glen Park Drive tomorrow.
Yeah, I have things I have to drop off there. So
it's super easy in the back of the store, and the whole team comes up and unloads it for you. It's
I got
great.
some pieces of wood soy that make good steps, but I've used made my steps, and I don't need that anymore.
Yeah, whenever you have extra,
go buy
they
lumber.
can repurpose it.
Go buy lumber.
For sure.
Holy
There you
crap,
go.
it's expensive.
World Habitat Day is Monday, October 6th.
Yep, we like Habitat. That's my wife's favorite store is Restore. It's just got everything, man. And you go in there, it's all open. The other store had like 3 floors.
I know.
And it was, crowded.
And you can find so many things.
Yeah, no. Okay, well, it's time to talk weather. Very summer like today. And then I'm seeing some 7s as highs next week maybe. But, Greg, what's wrong with it? I bet the high school golfers have had an amazing season as they turn towards state. It's been so golfable this month of September and into October. I bet Savoy, Mike Wallner out of the Orange and Blue, I bet they've had a lot of play.
That's right.
Awesome. We love it.
That's a great way to have a little round.
It's just going to be, dry and stuff, and the grass will crinkle a little bit if you don't water it and all that stuff. But We're
But
enduring.
man, that ball will take off on the fairways.
Oh boy, will it bounce! And
Right or wrong direction, it'll take off.
Exactly. Yeah, good and bad, but nice bounces if you're straight is fun.
Yep.
Let us check our weather with our meteorologist guy. His name is Greg Solier. And what's the weekend look like, partner? And also West Lafayette's probably the same as here, isn't it?
Yeah, hot weather expected. There'll be certainly north of 80 at kickoff over at West Lafayette tomorrow afternoon, and later in the ball game, both here and there, between about 85 and as warm as 88 degrees. And someone's overtly warm bank or barn or vehicle thermometer will probably even register a 90 over the next couple of days. And the cool off, they'll be very modest. I just have one of these feelings, having done this all these years, that we may be into a scenario where we don't really get much of a fall. It's a lot of late summer type stuff, and then boom, the boot and or hoof, the other one drops, and we're in the dead of winter. That's something that has to be watched, I think, as we get deeper on, and probably well into either late November, even December around here. Cool snaps, yeah, but anything rough and troublesome, no, and significant moisture, no, until we get going later into the fall season. So onward we go with harvest operations. Although there's a little upper air disturbance, it's made its way into the Ohio Valley. We may get a radar return here as the day wears on with a stray shower chance, 5 minutes from Champaign on southward, and its duration. Apart from that, sunshine out the door this morning, 62 later on this afternoon. We're going to be topping out at around 88 degrees. That's about 15 above average. 61 tonight, 88 tomorrow, 86 the high on Sunday. Late Monday into Tuesday, half the area will get some rainfall, quarter inch to under that. Most of the organized rains with this system will stay in the plains, the northern and western Corn Belt. Highs into Monday and Tuesday, low to mid 80s, and then we cool off to 72 on Wednesday, near 70 Thursday, upper 60s Friday. Another big warm up then follows as we approach the mid stretch of the month of October. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Yeah, off and running into our second hour of the program. It's ESPN 93.5, 811. I'm Stevie J. That's Diane Ducey. And happy to have you listening on this October the 3rd. Illinois at West Lafayette tomorrow. We're about a 9 or 10 point favorite against those Purdue Boilermakers after our wonderful win against USC. All right, as Dr. Susan Mantell, she's head of the Republican Party in Champaign County. I just like to know your schedule.
It's a little crazy.
I mean, I just want to know, what time do you wake up?
Oh, I get up about 6.
All right, 6-ish.
Yeah.
All right, 5:36, you're up. Then what?
It depends on the day.
Okay, so normal, is there a normal day?
No.
So a doctor is like, you're a medical doctor, so you might have anything happen today where, you take care of people all day. And then what happens at night? Meetings?
Lots of times, meetings, petition drives right now. So.
And you like this?
I do.
Why? Why do you like this?
It's my way of giving back to my country.
Good for you. Look at that.
And you've already done that. Nearly a general.
30, 40 years now? 40 years? How many?
40 years,
You'd have been a general just like Steve Leon had it not been for the War College, whatever. I mean, really, there's politics involved and all that, but you served your country and went to how many places? The last one wasn't Kuwait your last one?
Kuwait was my last one.
6 or 8 months, right? A year?
11, almost 12 months, yes.
And anyway, Dr. Susan Mantell,
yes,
kind of accomplished.
And, your family. Are all your boys married then? Or?
So, no, two of my children are married. My daughter is married to Kirby Reefstack. They're down in St. Louis area with my 3 grandbabies. And then my son David got married last year, and I have a new grandbaby due in February.
How about that?
Congratulations.
And then currently my son Alex is married to the Navy. He will be getting divorced in a couple of years.
So many years will he have served in the Navy?
I think it'll be 10.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And submarines and stuff like that.
Yep, he's a nuclear reactor operator.
Well, he could visit with Jeff Wilson.
That's true.
These
That's true. And then
sub people.
Kenny's actually over in Michigan in school, and his girlfriend is a vet student, and she just got commissioned in the Army.
Wow.
To go to be a veterinarian in the Army when she gets
What
done.
a great gig.
Wow, taking care of the dogs and stuff.
That's right.
It's Dr. Susan Mantell. All right, so what's new? What's happening with you at the Republican Party here?
So we have a couple of things coming up. We have our golf outing, which is next Friday at noon at Willow Pond. And following the golf outing, we have a great speaker who's going to be on a little bit later, Kerry Knox, and he is going to talk about his book, but he's going to be speaking to us during our steak dinner. So we would love to have people come out, join us, do some golf, and then join us for steak dinner and for Kerry afterwards. And then we have our fall festival, which is on the 18th, and that is from 6 to 9 p.m. We have Trey Taylor, who is a country music singer, coming. It's going to be like an old-fashioned barn dance kind of thing with horse-drawn carriage, hayrack rides, and s'mores and bonfires and nice country music.
Is that in rural Sydney again?
It is.
Okay.
It is. It's at the Wells family farm.
Awesome.
great.
Okay, and what is the state of the party in this county?
So it's about the same as it was. We have a lot of frustration with the lack of winning in our county. I think that we may have to hit rock bottom before people realize that giving the Democrats our tax money is not a good idea.
It used to be all Republican in this county, and now it's all Democrat. I don't think we have one single office. Is that correct?
So none of the county-wide offices.
none of the
We do
county
have
offices,
our
okay.
county board members. We still have, we keep them at least from having a supermajority. So
Well, it's. I know it's a point of contention from the standpoint of the count is apparently half Republicans, but most don't vote.
So
I don't understand that. I don't understand it.
It's about a third, a third, a third. So a third Republican, a third Democrat, and a third independent. And we still have a problem with people voting in the state of Illinois.
Republican,
Yes.
because it doesn't matter.
They feel it doesn't matter,
Okay.
but the reality is that, a lot of people will say everything goes through Cook County, but we only have to win Cook County by about 25% to win statewide races.
Yeah, right.
So especially this governor race coming up, once we determine who's going to be our candidate after the primary, which is super important, voting in the primary, that's who determines our candidate. So you need to go do the research. We have, I think, 6 gubernatorial candidates.
Wow.
We have 7
Anybody
US
I've heard
Senate.
of?
Ted Dabrowski,
Okay.
Darren Bailey.
Okay, Darren's running again.
Yes,
Okay.
Darren just declared. We've got Sheriff James Mendrick from up in the DuPage area. Who else? John Blackburn, Max Solomon.
A lot of people, but I'm cynical about the chances of winning a governor's seat again. I think it's going to be tough. I don't think there's any question. You win 99 counties and lose.
Well, you could, but if everyone votes, we could win. Because
You got to vote. I mean, certainly can't not vote because you have to go vote. I don't get that. If we have a third of the Republicans in this county, a third of the independents, if you just all go vote, what would that mean? Probably winning some.
It would mean winning, yes.
I still don't like drop boxes. Okay, so the golf outing, how do people get involved in that?
So they go to champaign.gop, and if you cannot come, but you want to sponsor a team, we've got some people out there that would love to golf. If you want to come just for the steak dinner, you can just buy tickets for the steak dinner. The teams are teams of 4, but if you want to golf and you don't have a team, just sign up anyway. We'll get you paired up with someone. It's an 18-hole golf course, and it's a beautiful golf course. Used to be the old Chanute Air Force Base.
Yeah.
And and the steak was fantastic last year, so
Nice.
I anticipate it'll be great this year.
Well,
So Friday, October 10th.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coming up a week from Friday.
Yeah, a week from today.
Today.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy fast. Okay, and how much does it cost to come?
So it's $100 for golfing.
That's not much.
And then it is $65 for the steak dinner.
Nice, fun. And you'll be around like-minded people and people you really like to be around.
And if you're golfing, you get the steak dinner, so that's not
Hey,
extra.
I'm
But if you're
golfing for $35, I'm golfing for 18 holes.
well, pretty much, yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically breaking even, making just a touch of money.
What time is the shotgun start on that, Dr.
At 12
Sue
o'clock.
Mantell?
Okay, could work the morning then. Sue Mantell, thank you for coming in. How can people connect with you?
Just go to champaign.gop. My number and name's all over the website. Or call my clinic. They'll give you my name and number. My clinic's here in Philo, so
Awesome clinic.
Kind of all over the place here. I'm pretty available to anyone that wants to get involved.
Wonderful. Dr. Susan Mantell.
And you're welcome to stick around when Kerry Knox comes on
That's
inside
the guy
the
you're
next
talking
15
about.
minutes.
The guy's going to be speaker at the golf outing.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to talk to Kerry out. Hang out. We're going to get Carry on. The book is titled...
I Believe.
Okay. I'm excited to talk to him.
So, yeah.
And we're already in touch with him, I think, right?
That's right.
Okay, good. So he's standing by. We'll get that going in just a few moments.
Of course, our Illini in action tomorrow, 11 a.m. kickoff in West Lafayette.
That is going to be good. Before we do this, I'm going to do this. It's October, National Preparedness Month. Busey wants you to know, probably ought to sock a little money away in an emergency account, but don't think about it because then you'll want to spend it. If you're unsure how much you can save, check out Busey's budgeting tool. It's called Money Manager. Go to Busey.com. It's available through Busey's eBank. Have access to important documents. Start the recovery process quickly and efficiently. Store documents in a safety deposit box or safe in your home. You should also store them digitally in an external hard drive or on the cloud, or just have easy access. Secure property, your homeowners, renters, health, life insurance, all needs to be someplace everybody knows where it is, because you just want to be ready and have peace of mind. With more than 155 years of strength and service, Busey knows the importance of a lasting promise. Wherever the road of life takes you, Busey's with you every step of the way. For more information about financial preparedness, visit Busey.com, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Thank you, Jim. Well done. I was talking about the size of a billion. 1 million seconds is 7.5 days.
Okay.
1 billion seconds is 31 years.
Wow.
1 trillion seconds is 31,000 years. Our national debt is 36 trillion. And 1 billion minutes, as I mentioned, was the time of Jesus. 1 billion minutes. Unbelievable. 8:20.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Stock futures are higher. The major averages closed at records yesterday. Investors are brushing off any impact from the government shutdown and are reacting to the possibility of more interest rate cuts. We are now in the fourth quarter, traditionally the strongest period of the year for the S&P 500. The shutdown has postponed the monthly employment report. Google's latest data center project planned for Arkansas will be in West Memphis on the other side of the Mississippi River from Memphis, Tennessee. Google says it will invest $4 billion in the project. Some investors are pushing back against Elon Musk's proposed $1 trillion pay package covering a decade. In a government filing, they're calling on investors to oppose the re-election of some Tesla directors. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
The world of business moves fast. Stay on top of it with the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday. Fox Business reporters, anchors, and hosts will bring you beneath the stock market speculation and boardroom drama to tell you about the biggest business stories of today. Whether you're on Main Street or Wall Street, Fox Business is invested in you.
Listen to the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Check out the Urbana Market at the Square, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine through October 30th. Get tasty sweet corn, melons, peaches, produce, and squash. There's so many local farmers with vegetables fresh from their gardens. Unique soap vendors with lovely scents, plus flowers and honey. Enjoy Food Truck Row as you fuel up for a great Saturday morning in downtown Urbana. Saturdays from 7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine. For more details, visit urbanamarket.org.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Canelo Luga, linebacker and special teamer.
Hey, KO, is it a good thing to be ranked, or would you rather be the underdog?
Oh, it's better to be ranked. You can't just look past the next opponent, though. Coach sees to it that nobody gets overconfident. On the other hand, it's a big deal taking down any ranked team.
I get it. When somebody comes into our store, we're sure we can take care of them, but we don't assume the deal just because Good Vibes has ranked #1 in the People's Choice Contest again.
Speaking of ranked, what's up with Sony? Bravia 5, 7, 8, or 9?
In Sony's lineup, 3 is backlit, 5 is mini LED, 7 is brighter mini LED, 9 is the best mini LED, Bravia 8 is OLED with better viewing angle and black level, and the 8 Mark II is the hybrid panel that won the King of TV award again.
That's a lot to keep track of. And that's just Sony.
Good thing I don't have to keep track of run versus pass, shedding blockers, and tackling without getting flagged. I think I'll stay in my lane.
Good plan.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes, or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
This is the guy that Dr. Susan Mantell.
Sarah Champagne managing.
Hold on. This is the guy that Susan said is going to speak at the golf outing a week from today up at Willow Pond. Carrie Knox, the book is I Believe, U of I Athletic Excellence with Faith and Family. Carrie Knox, who are you?
Well, I'm just an average retired teacher that published a book, and he's had some success with it. He's a family man, father of 4, grandfather of 11.
Wow.
Number 12 on the way.
I got a picture of you and Brett Bielema. First of all, I think you put the cones down. I think you could take them.
That's
I think
right.
you probably could take them.
Let's
Carrie.
go.
Let's put the cones down. Now, Brett's he's lost a lot of weight, but you're a pretty tall guy, too. How can you have 11 grandchildren? You don't look that old. Good for you.
Well, my, you know what? We had I had a family of 4 ourselves, and it's just happened that way.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what is your book about? It's called I Believe. Tell me about it.
Well, it's just about it's 40 devotionals, daily devotionals, and it talks about each devotional is about an event that happened at the University of Illinois, whether it be basketball or football. And I take the event and I apply scripture to it so that it is a learning experience. You learn a little bit about the history of the University of Illinois, some facts that you did not know. And you also learn about how you can take an event and apply scripture to it and learn from it.
Give me an example, Carrie Knox. Give me something that you're really particularly fond of from the book. Well,
the example I always go to is November 22nd, 1963.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
The University of Illinois boarded a plane to go to fly to play Michigan State. And they landed on a Friday, and they got word that the president had been assassinated. And the title of the devotional is called Life on Hold. Well, they were going to play the next day. They woke up. They decided we can't do it, so they flew back to Champaign. And the country was frozen at that time. Everyone's life was on hold. It didn't matter what political party you were a party of. Your life was on hold. And everyone was on bended knee. We were a united nation. We were in prayer for the Kennedy family, for our government, for each other. It was a time of great peril. We were frozen. And in our daily lives, that happens to us as well, whether it's divorce or a lost child or, something tragic happens. We are exposed as a community and as a person when life deals us something that is almost too much to overcome. And Scripture is our only hope sometimes, and prayer. And I write about that, and I think it was a sad event, but it was also an event where our country was united.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminds me of 9/11 in a way. Right. But I point to that one a lot.
Well, I tell you, Charlie Kirk was a huge, sad, horrible, unbelievable. I think the country's going through a little of that right now. Particularly, the reaction was prayer. The reaction were vigils. The reaction was come together in Arizona. And that's, but for you to take an Illinois event and tie it to that, I think is never heard of that, Carrie. I think it's a great idea. Susan, he's going to speak at your golf tournament.
Yes, he is, and we're excited to have him there. It's always great to have our Illini team, personnel, people that are linked to the Illini and that have been involved with the University of Illinois to come and get involved with our events.
Carrie Knox, KNOX, how can people order your book?
Well, you can go to Amazon, which is the easiest from home. But the Barnes and Noble in Champaign, they keep it stocked. We've had a hard time keeping it stocked.
Awesome.
It's been really well received, and the lady Margaret at Barnes and Noble, I'm going to give her a little shout out. She's been wonderful to work with, and I appreciate everything they do.
Well, it's good. When was this picture of Brett Bielema taken?
Yeah, that was that would have been a Thursday at a luncheon at the Illini Quarterback Club. I presented my book to him, awesome. And Josh Whitman was there as well, and of course Josh has a book. Kent Brown is a good buddy of mine.
Yeah.
I got to know Kent, and he published a book shortly after I did.
Yeah.
And, you get to know people, and you get to meet people, and, it's been a wonderful experience so far.
Well, good. I've commented. I wondered when, because it looks like Brett Bielema's dropped more weight. I mean, look how thin the guy looks.
He has.
Awesome.
I think he's lost 100 pounds.
That's
wow.
Awesome. I didn't realize the number.
Yeah, it was 80 when we saw him in the summer. Well, good for him because he looks fantastic. I'm calling GQ Magazine on both of you. Come on, man. Hey, listen, go get that book. It's called I Believe U of I Athletic Excellence with Faith and Family. Carrie Knox taking a different perspective of this. I think it's probably going to be a fascinating read. Listen, thanks for jumping on this morning. We see you at Willow Pond next Friday.
All right, sounds great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. And how do I get in that golf tournament again, Doctor?
Champaign.gop. Just sign up, or if you need to call me, I'm happy to give my number over the phone, over the air here, 217-649-8678. Give me a call. I'll get you written in on our schedule, and we need to know numbers as soon as possible.
I bet people. Go ahead.
Hear the show anytime at StevieJay.com.
If they call you and want information, say I have a rash on my elbow. It's really out of bounds. We're not doing
She's
that.
Also
right.
Dr. Sue Mantel.
She's the MD, man.
Yes,
She's one of the
she
best
is.
doctors ever.
Thank you.
Thank you for
a
coming in.
military vet, just a
She's
great
big
human.
Big time.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. Day 3 of the government shutdown with another chance for the Senate to vote to reopen today. House Democrat leader Hakeem Jeffries' count is different.
It's day 256 of the chaos that the Trump presidency has unleashed on the American people.
With Axios reporting progressives are flooding Democrats' phones to hold them. Faces a sentence for prostitution-related charges. It'll be time served to about 10 years. Apple has removed the ICE tracking apps from the App Store, citing safety risks after Attorney General Pam Bondi warned that agents were being harmed by protesters using the app to track federal agents, including the sniper at the ICE facility in Dallas. Apple says it's removed ICE Block and other apps like it. America is listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. The governor is unveiling the largest infrastructure program in Illinois history. $50 billion invested over 6 years to build and repair infrastructure in the state. New program will be spread across all modes of transportation in every Illinois county. Illinois families encouraged to apply for utility assistance. Eligible families can receive bill assistance for natural gas, propane, and electricity through the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. Lehigh provides one-time payments directly to energy service providers on behalf of recipients. Reminder, Halloween trick-or-treating hours being revealed for the city of Champaign and Urbana and Champaign County. Trick-or-treating will be held from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Friday, October 31st. The Champaign County Board approved specific guidelines stating Halloween trick-or-treating will be held on October 31st. Now, that's regardless of the day of the week. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Hey, where are you headed?
To Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola.
What do they have there?
What don't they have there? Living room furniture, benches, chests, love seats, sectionals, tables, bedroom sets, hutches, nightstands, end tables, cabinets, mirrors, stools, clocks, lamps, pillows, rugs, desks, media consoles, patio furniture, Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and more.
So, everything.
Yeah, probably could have just said that.
Kelsey Furniture, quality for less. You've heard about the doggy bag, right? From Bulldog Disposal Muhammad, a 6 cubic yard canvas bag that can be used for easy cleanup instead of a big dumpster. The one-time use bag is now available and you can save the delivery charge. Get the doggy bag at Do It Best Hardware in Champaign at 107 West Springfield. So fill up the bag, call Bulldog Disposal, have it disposed of, and you'll be organized. Go to bulldoggybag.com for all the details. That's bulldoggybag.com.
Jesse with Land's Drain Cleaning. Do you have your sewer line cleaned every year? Are you constantly getting roots or blockages? Why deal with that headache year after year? Call Land's Drain Cleaning today at 217-355-5512 to have our expert staff come out, clean your line. We give you a free camera inspection, show you what's wrong, where it's at, and then we can offer you a repair for that problem so you don't have to deal with it again. Land's Drain Cleaning. Why call anyone else?
Cunningham Children's Home Be a Hero 5K is coming up on Saturday, October 4th at 9 a.m. at 1301 North Cunningham Avenue in Urbana. Open to runners and walkers of all skill levels, the 5K is a perfect event for families and friends. Participants who earn superhero status by fundraising at least $100 are given a special superhero cape they can choose to wear during the race. Registration is $30 per person. To register, sponsor, or volunteer for the Be a Hero 5K, visit cunningham.org.
Here's a look at local news. The governor is unveiling the largest infrastructure program in Illinois history. $50 billion invested over 6 years to build and repair infrastructure in the state. New program will be spread across all modes of transportation in every Illinois county. Illinois families encouraged to apply for utility assistance. Eligible families can receive bill assistance for natural gas, propane, and electricity through the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. Lehigh provides one-time payments directly to energy service providers on behalf of recipients. Reminder, Halloween trick-or-treating hours being revealed for the city of Champaign and Urbana and Champaign County. Trick-or-treating will be held from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Friday, October 31st. The Champaign County Board approved specific guidelines stating Halloween trick-or-treating will be held on October 31st. Now, that's regardless of the day of the week. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hi, this is Pam Moore with Philo Exchange Bank. Whether you want to do your banking online or you prefer face-to-face interaction with our friendly staff, Philo Exchange Bank delivers banking that helps you reach your personal or business goals. To us, you're not just another face, you're a part of our family. Visit us at any one of our locations in Philo, St. Joseph, Allerton, or Broadlands, and we'll be here to help.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. For Central Illinois, Champaign and Urbana vicinity. This late summer warmth continues on. Some cooling back to more seasonal levels expected. Nothing worse. Second part of next week, and then another warm up heading towards the mid stretch of the month of October. So the warmer, drier trend continues on with little, if any, organized moisture. A couple of showers due in early next week. No significant drought relief whatsoever. Could spark a stray shower with the system into the Ohio Valley from Champaign and northward this afternoon. Apart from that, sunshine, very warm, hot for October at 87. Bit of a south wind down tonight to 61. Tomorrow, hot weather continues on. Kickoff temperatures into the 80s, 88 later in the ball game here or there on a south breeze. We'll bottom out near 60 tomorrow night. Sunshine and warm for the day on Sunday at 86. A Monday high of 84. Late Monday to Tuesday, a couple of widely scattered showers. Tuesday high around 80. 72 for the day on Wednesday, and then upper 60s to near 70 next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm just Greg Soldier.
Right into our last part of the program. It's the drive this afternoon. All new drive doing very well with a lot of people podcasting that show. Check it out. Evan and Curtis will be on after 3 today, and they'll be talking Illinois and the Cubs. They're big Cub fans.
Yes, they are.
Fontaine, Derek Piper are big Cardinal fans.
Yes, that's right.
So now the Cubs are all about it, and I got a clip we'll play in a few minutes with Michael Busch hitting the home run to give them a 3-0 lead.
Sounds good.
First, I want to play my friend Chapin Rose. upset with Governor J.B. Pritzker.
Governor Pritzker did it again. Biggest budget in state history. It's unbelievable. The guy's up $15 billion since he became governor and spending on the state government, okay? It's up almost 40%. How many of you watching this had your paychecks at home go up 40% in the last 6 years? Absolutely insane. They can't stop spending money. Oh, by the way, the small part of the budget that was dedicated to property tax relief, that got cut in the process. You know what else got cut? Thousands, hundreds of thousands of hours of direct care to our developmentally disabled friends and neighbors, the very human beings that we all, every one of us has a duty to help those who cannot help themselves. We've all got that neighbor, that friend, and they cut hundreds of thousands of hours, okay, for direct care, feeding, toileting, bathing these human beings that we need to help. And you know what? Guess what they spend it on? Welcome centers for illegals, $40 million, okay? Other illegal spending, hundreds of millions in healthcare costs, another $40 million for other welcoming programs for illegals, okay? By the way, Governor Pritzker, the $80 million you spent just on the welcoming services for illegals could have taken all of your frontline workers for the development disabled up to 150% of minimum wage. But you didn't do that. You chose to spend the taxpayers' money recklessly. No property tax relief. And by the way, I can't even begin to tell you this, but the Senate, right after they passed the budget, took up $1.50 per delivery tax.
How about that?
Anything you get from Amazon, Walmart, anything you order at home other than food and prescription drugs. But think about that for a minute, okay? You're a mom watching this and you're late at work and you need diapers for your newborn. Guess what? $1.50.
Yeah, it's just continuing, and Chapin articulated it beautifully. And the frustration is clear in his voice, but what are you going to do if you're a Republican in the Senate right now? Not a lot. Anyway, Chapin Rose looking good in his suit and tie, too.
All right.
Yeah, dressed up.
Good.
So the Senate is expected to vote on this government shutdown that nobody really knows about. We haven't talked a lot about that. And the Democrats are totally losing even the PR war on this. They're trying to get money for illegals getting health care. It's like, you're not a citizen. Why should I pay for that?
That's right.
So anyway, so we'll see. They need 5 Democrats to cross the aisle. They have John Fetterman. They have 1 or 2 other. Rand Paul voted no. I don't understand the senator from Kentucky, Republican. I don't get why, haven't delved into why he would vote no. Something in there makes him mad. So in any event, that's supposed to be today. We'll see if they end the shutdown. None of the soldiers are getting paid. They'll get back pay, but what about paying rent?
Mm-hmm.
So that's not good. All the Congress are getting paid.
Right.
Because they're deemed essential. Huh. So anyway, we'll continue to see the progress on that.
What a mess. Isn't it typically when this happens and it has, around 20 times or something, that it's like a 5-day?
Yeah, they've had 30-some last time.
Oh, they have?
Yeah. So again, it depends on where you are, and I think what they're also reading into this is Donald Trump's about to cut a whole bunch of positions that aren't going to come back.
I was wondering if this is an opportunity to really trim some things.
It's to continue the Doge work where you can save money, but why in the world can you argue for Medicare fraud being paid out? Why is that good? If it's not supposed to go to that person, they should not get the money. So if I tapped on your door and asked you for $20 because you just would say no.
Right.
Right? I mean, it just doesn't feel like our money, but it is because you're so distant from it. But that's where some of the tax dollars that you send to them, it's just how you allocate. And sometimes it doesn't feel real because it's just on a paper. If we had to pay everything in cash, it'd be a while before you bought the recliner. Because you're going to go up there and you have to get $1,100 in cash.
Yeah.
And that feels like a lot of money.
Sure does.
So everything is just all digital and easy and charge cards. And go ahead and go to the grocery store and spend $300 in food. See how that feels.
Always willing to hear from you on our Fisher National Bank text line, 217-359-2255. In fact, Tony had asked on the patio, listening to you while enjoying this beautiful morning he has blessed us with. One question, where does the cannon housed when it's in our possession? The Cannon Rivalry Trophy, I looked it up, is not on a static display. I assume since we're in possession of it now, it's just in Coach Brett Bielema's office or Josh Whitman's office.
Not very big.
But because
I've seen him hold it. It's
right.
not very, why don't we
it's
get
almost the shape of a football, I feel like. Kind of that size.
I thought it was a little longer, but anyway, it's I don't think it's in anybody's drawer. It's on somebody's shelf.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think, you don't necessarily want it on a static display because then when you don't have it, it's like, oh, we've got some work to do.
Yeah.
Against Purdue.
But you know what the worst thing would be? Where did I put that darn thing? That would be bad. I mean,
so we're bringing it to West Lafayette.
We're bringing it to West Lafayette.
Or do they get another one every time?
No, I think you just pass it around. I think you actually trade it.
That's great.
And so if it would be me and I'd lose it, I'd have a staffer do it. I'm not handing that over. I'd be way too much of a baby. Anyway, that's tomorrow. We're hoping to hold on to it because we should beat Purdue, but doesn't mean we will. And then we get into a pretty big week with the number one team coming in. That doesn't happen very often. The number one team coming. I remember there was a number one team in Champaign. I think it was 1971. I was there. And it was the Washington Huskies against the Fighting Illini, early 70s. Sonny Six Killer was this Indian heritage quarterback. He was the quarterback.
Wow.
And I think Washington was number one. And the score is 10-7. Washington driving to take a 17-7 lead at halftime. The great Tab Bennett hit Sonny Six Killer, and the great Willie Osley, the defensive back, picked the ball out of the air, nearly touching the grass, but didn't at the 2-yard line and ran 98 yards for an Illinois touchdown.
Oh, man.
It ended the half. We were leading the number one team in the nation 14-10.
Okay.
And then they scored 52 points.
Oh, boy. What a second half.
Got a little tired. 52-14. Was the I had my binoculars on Sonny Six Killer because he could really throw. Anyway, we've had other number one.
Man, that was a throwback, Stevie.
Yeah, that's what happens. Why'd you sit on the porch and you enjoy the show? Get into the old story.
What he was saying.
What? I can't hear you talking to the speaker. All right, 8:46.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Find him yet?
Yes.
What do you say?
He's 74.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
Sonny Six Killer is 74. Anything about him? I don't think he ever played in the NFL. I don't remember that.
Right.
It's only been 50 years ago.
American former football player, sports commentator.
Oops.
Yeah.
Okay. You learned something. There was
University
a quarterback.
of Washington.
Yep, I was right about the team. Sonny Six Killer. All right, let's check your sports headlines.
Cubs beat the Padres 3-1. Do we have a highlight?
Yeah, Michael Bush. How about this?
And now Bush drives one in the air. Deep right field. This ball's got a chance. Gone!
Michael Bush, one of the hottest hitters on the planet, going into this playoff, comes up big in Game 3.
Man, I tell you what, the crowd, I mean, you got to listen to US 105.9 to hear our guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Pat and Ron, and Pat is saying this crowd, and they go to all the games.
Yes.
So this is different. This is different. They're just electric. They're standing half the game.
Well, and because it's the Brewers, which is nicknamed North Wrigley, it's 108 for the first pitch over on US 105.9.
Tomorrow?
It's going to be crazy.
108 tomorrow.
The Brew Crew versus the Cubbies. Let's go.
Have it on radio while you're running around your Saturday afternoon.
Now we're in the best of 5 series, correct?
First team to win 3 wins.
All righty. We'll have Detroit in Seattle with a 7:38 start after they beat Cleveland 6-3. 6-3. Dodgers and Phillies will be a 5:30 start tomorrow. And New York taking down the Boston Red Sox 4-1. The Yankees and Toronto Blue Jays will be 3:08 tomorrow. So here we go. We also have Illinois volleyball taking a loss to number 7 Wisconsin in 3 sets. They're 2-1 in the conference, 7-5 in their overall record, and will face Michigan State in Huff Hall Sunday at 1. We already talked about this Cannon Rivalry Trophy, an 11 a.m. kickoff from West Lafayette against the Purdue Boilermakers. We also have NFL action to talk about with the 49ers taking down the LA Rams 26-23 in overtime. Raiders and Colts at noon on Sunday, but the Bears and Packers have the day or have a bye weekend. Monticello's at SJO, Westville at Clifton Central, and Unity and Prairie Central will be going at it. So good luck to all the teams in action this weekend.
All right, just to prove how hip I still am.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Taylor Swift. Talking about Travis.
Yes.
Travis Kelce. We don't know anything
Her
about
fiance.
if they're ever getting married, but I don't think any date has been set. They are engaged.
Right.
And the
Life of a Showgirl drops today.
So how long since her last album?
Eris, was it?
Will she do a big tour like she did with Eris?
No, now that she's focused on the wedding. There's no
Is she?
mention of a tour.
Maybe it's 2 years from now.
There's no mention of a tour.
Okay.
Because you were bringing up ticket prices and things like that.
Okay. Because some people were paying $1,000 for the top row. I don't. So that must be through the ticket reseller because her face value won't be that high. But
Taylor Swift's last tour concluded December 8, 2024.
December 8th. Okay.
It spanned in 21 months and had 149 shows.
She must be
across
going
5 continents, including Vancouver, Canada.
Wow. She must be. If it's not scheduled, it's got to be. I mean, it's a billions and billions of dollars.
I know.
So they're totally going back out, and she's only, 34?
Right.
So she'll be out there a while. Good for her.
Eras tour.
Yeah. Big news in the entertainment world is her. Anything she's doing gets the headlines. And by the way, we taught you earlier this week, 60 to 65% of her time is thinking about bread. She's really into sourdough and really has made some magnificent.
And Janet, your wife, also
very
makes
much
an
sourdough.
awesome sourdough.
That's why Janet follows her for the bread, not the music.
Okay.
For the bread.
Very good.
But she's apparently very good at it.
Speaking of tours, the Craft Crawl is tomorrow 1 to 5 in downtown Champaign. You can get registered now at champaigncenter.com. This is an event that we're in on with over 20 places featuring some local brews. And you get this little 2-ounce stein and a goodie bag if you want to get involved with us.
Yeah, I'd have the 2-ounce stein. And somebody would say, shut them off. Here's your weather.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. Summer light heat continues on. A change to a little more typical October feel ever so briefly. Second half of next week, not much going on in the moisture department nor drought relief expected anytime soon. There is a weak weather system, though, down into the Tennessee Valley. Ohio Valley lifting northward may spark a stray shower in a couple of spots from Champaign on southward this afternoon. Afternoon readings to about 87, better than 10 above average on a light south-southwesterly wind. Lots of sunshine. Overnight lows tonight mild at 61. Hot weather for the ball game tomorrow at West Lafayette. We'll head towards the upper 80s in the afternoon, 88 with a south wind, and on tomorrow night to about 60. Mostly sunny, 86 on Sunday. Monday, late Monday to Tuesday, could be a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms. No drought relief of any significance. 84 on Monday, a Tuesday high around 80. We're back to the lower 70s for Wednesday, Thursday, upper 60s next Friday. More warmth to follow, heading towards mid-October. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
At Coach House Garages, buildings are more than just garages and backyard sheds. By combining your imagination with their experience, generations of Amish craftsmanship, and the finest quality materials, they build a garage that fits all of your specifications at a budget you can live with. To learn more about what Coach House of Champaign and Danville offers, visit them online at CoachHouseGarages.com or call at 217-351-9073.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
Check out the Urbana Market at the Square, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine through October 30th. Get tasty sweet corn, melons, peaches, produce, and squash. There's so many local farmers with vegetables fresh from their gardens. Unique soap vendors with lovely scents, plus flowers and honey. Enjoy Food Truck Row as you fuel up for a great Saturday morning in downtown Urbana. Saturdays from 7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine. For more details, visit urbanamarket.org.
Okay, winding up our program today. It is 8:53. I'm just thinking of my weekend here. So CrossFit tomorrow morning, kickoff at 11. Got to go to Habitat. That's a good timing. Habitat.
That's right.
Got to drop some stuff off. I go to
third anniversary.
Go to Salt and Light a lot too. I try and really support.
Yeah, they're getting in the zone for their masquerade, which is coming up October 23rd.
And you know, excuse me. The thing about Salt and Light is they're so exceptionally friendly.
I know that.
They're very good at saying thank you and even maybe a God bless.
And it's cool. The
Very
people
nice.
that are working there are working for clothing for their job interview.
They
for
have to earn credits and things.
Yes.
I love that.
I love it too.
Anyway, Salt and Light is awesome, but Habitat, I've got some wood. I don't know if Salt and Light takes wood, that kind of thing. So I think they'll use that for like their build
Yep,
stuff. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
They love that. And Saturday, October 4th, tomorrow between noon and 1, all 102 counties in Illinois are praying together at their county courthouse. So gather at the Champaign County Courthouse between noon and 1 if you'd like to get in on that in downtown
It's
Urbana.
awesome. We're going to pray too much? Okay.
I know.
All we can do, we need to pray. Okay, that'll do it. We'll root for the Illini and the Cubs over the weekend and see how we look Monday when we come back and chat.
Thanks again.
Boys this afternoon with the drive.
Yes, thanks again to all those who turned out and supported the faith-based residential recovery center in Urbana, lifelineconnect.org, to keep supporting.
And I'll be honored to be with A&R Mechanical for their 100th anniversary of being in business.
Awesome.
Unbelievable. Thank you, Diane.
Enjoy the weekend.
I'm Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed weekend.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. There's no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help you improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Are you tired of shivering in the winter? Look no further than your local heroes at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Hi, this is Gina inviting you to give us a call at 217-352-5400 to book your appointment to make sure your furnaces run safely and efficiently this winter. We've been proudly locally owned and operated and have been serving our community for over 50 years. ABC, always be comfortable. Call me 217-352-5400 to book your appointment today or go to abcheatingandac.com.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider and gifts, preserves and popcorn. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. There's something here to make everyone smile. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
When feeling better can't wait, visit Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Convenient locations, hours to fit your schedule, and no appointment necessary. Plus, you don't have to be a Christie Clinic patient. Receive health care when and where you need it with Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Christie Clinic accepts Health Alliance and most other major insurance plans. Visit ChristieClinic.com to find the convenient care closest to you.
Dryer shot, honey. I can't fix it this time.
We don't have money in the budget for a new appliance. I just paid off the credit card bill. What the hey?
I'm calling Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Gonna beat them up on price. Watch this.
Appliance World Sales. This is Paul.
Need a dryer? Not gonna overpay, bud, or I'll go right down the street.
Have a GE electric dryer right here for $50 a month.
Oh, sure. And with interest, I'll pay for it twice, I bet.
Not at all. No interest until 2027.
And to qualify, I'll bet I have to buy a washer and a refrigerator and a range.
Nope. No interest until January 2027 on just the dryer or any purchase over $600 on invoice.
Seriously? Let me guess. No free extended protection like you guys talk about.
Free 10-year extended protection plan is still yours.
Well, wow. I'll be right there. Just one other thing. Can you tell my wife I
beat me up for the deal? Think she's pulling in the parking lot now.
Put us down for the washer too, Paul.
Wow.
Marvel Podcast. New episodes every Wednesday wherever you listen to podcasts.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.